the highlights. Lagos State Government reaffirms commitment to world-class safety operations, boost emergency response center with major tech infrastructure overhaul. President Bola Tinubu returns to Abuja after Eid holidays in Lagos. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom sanctions far-right Israeli ministers over Gaza comments. In sport, French club Rennes target Super Eagles striker Paul Onuachu in summer transfer window. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State government has taken a bold step to modernize and strengthen its emergency response capabilities through significant technological and infrastructure upgrades at the Lagos State Command and Control Center, LSCCC. General Manager of LSCCC, Femi Giwa, who made this known at a media briefing at the center's Ikeja headquarters, emphasized that the ongoing transformation is designed to enhance the coordination and effectiveness of first responders across the state. According to him, since its inception in 2010, the LSCCC has served as the central hub for coordinating emergency services, including the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, Lagos Ambulance Services, LASAMBAS, and the Rapid Response Squad, RRS, among others. Giwa credited the current administration for prioritizing emergency response innovation, noting that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's vision is to elevate the LSCCC into a world-class command center through cutting-edge technology and strategic infrastructure development, assuring Lagosians of the center's unwavering commitment to their safety, while urging the public to avoid placing prank or nuisance calls to the center, which could serve as obstacles to real-time crisis. Giwa warned that anyone caught engaging in these untoward acts would face prosecution by the state government. In a pivotal move to strengthen and modernize traditional institutions, the Lagos State Ministry of Justice has convened a high-level stakeholders meeting on the review of the Abbas and Chiefs Law of Lagos State. Delivering a keynote address, Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro emphasized that the meeting marked a deliberate and strategic step by the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to evolve a more responsive and culturally relevant legal framework for traditional institutions in the state. Pedro said traditional institutions are gradually losing the respect and influence they once commanded, noting that this review is aimed at restoring the dignity of loyal institution by addressing critical gaps, legal ambiguities, and misconducts that threaten the essence of traditions in the state. He outlined the key focus areas of the proposed amendment, including the roles of traditional rulers in maintaining law and order, enhancing communication between the government and communities, promoting grassroots development, and resolving conflicts through mediation. Speaking earlier, Solicitor General and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Justice Hamid Oyenuga expressed delight at the impressive turnout, noting that the diverse representation underscored the value placed on Lagos State chieftaincy institutions. Oyenuga emphasized the need to align the law, which was last reviewed decades ago, with current realities and constitutional principles, while preserving the dignity and historical legacy of traditional rulers. Wife of the President, Oluremi Tinubu, has gifted no fewer than 10,000 midwives and nurses from the Southeast with professional kits under the Renewed Hope initiative. The equipment were distributed to the beneficiaries who cut across the 5 states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo as part of an effort to reduce infant and maternal mortality and morbidity in the country. Mrs. Tinubu, who distributed the kits, including scrubs and crocs to the women at the International Conference Center, Enugu, explained that 60,000 of such tools had been distributed in the other 5 geopolitical zones. She said the goal is to provide midwives with the right equipment, encourage them in their work, and improve healthcare delivery. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after spending the Eid holidays in Lagos. The president arrived in Lagos on Tuesday, May 27, for 5th anniversary of the Economic Community of West African State, ECOWAS. In a video posted by Special Assistant to President Tinubu on social media, the president was captured with Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu as they made their way to the airport. The European Union ambassador to Nigeria and the ECOWAS, Gautier Mignot, has commended the great investment and entrepreneurship potential of Kano State across many sectors like agriculture, renewable energy, innovation and digitalization, as well as health and education. These are all priority sectors under the EU Global Gateway Strategy, where the EU joins forces with its individual member state, European Investment Bank, other EU development finance institutions and the private sector to boost investment, critical to the social and economic development of EU partner countries like Nigeria. During a courtesy visit to the governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, in the company of implementing partners, Mignot said the agenda is to focus on the green and digital economy to see how the partnership can increase their presence in the northeast and northwest of the country and to address specific challenges in the region. In his remarks, Governor Yusuf stated that Kano, being the most populated state and center of commerce in the country, is ready to collaborate on sustainable development projects while appreciating the EU for choosing the state for a broader celebration of Europe Month through a lecture and meeting with stakeholders. In foreign news now, United Kingdom has sanctioned two Israeli far-right ministers over comment they made in Gaza. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and France Minister Bezalel Smotrich will both face a travel ban on entering the UK and will have any asset in the UK frozen as part of the measures announced by the Foreign Secretary David Lammy. Lammy said France Minister Smotrich and National Security Minister Ben-Gvir had incited extremist violence and serious abuses of Palestinian human rights. In response, Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar said it is outrageous that elected representatives and members of the government are subjected to these kind of measures, saying the cabinet would meet next week to respond to what he called the unacceptable decision. The move comes as the UK and the other Western nations seek to ramp up pressure on Israel's government amid the ongoing war in Gaza. In sport now, Super Eagles and Southampton striker Paul Onuachu is on French Ligue 1 side. Rennes' radar for the upcoming summer transfer window. Things are moving at Rennes during this summer transfer window because some players are already leaving the club and new talent will be joining to boost the team. After a disappointing season, the club is looking to improve with a new look and return to Europe at the end of next season. Onuachu signed by the Saints in January 2023 from KRC Genk, failed to establish himself in the Premier League and was loaned to Trabzonspor last season. He rediscovered his form in Turkey and scored 17 goals in 25 appearances and returned to Southampton this season, but was unable to prevent his team's relegation. He scored 4 goals and provided 1 assist in 27 appearances across all competitions for the Saints last season. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, always slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 814 children benefited from vocational training, reformation, behavioral modification, psychosocial therapy, reintegration, empowerment, and scholarships to high institutions of learning, both local and international? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has taken a bold step to modernize and strengthen its emergency response capabilities through significant technological and infrastructure upgrades at the Lagos State Command and Control Center, LSCCC. President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja after spending the Eid holidays in Lagos. We also told you that United Kingdom has sanctioned 2 Israeli far-right ministers over comments they made on Gaza. And finally, in sports, Super Eagles and Southampton striker Paul Onuachu is on French Ligue 1 side Rennes radar for the upcoming summer transfer window. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news podcast compiled by Adesua. Enjoy your cat. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.